A few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets returned to relevance last season after their ill-fated 2013 trade with Boston cost them years of first-round draft picks. D'Angelo Russell was their first All-Star in half a decade, and in 2019 they made the playoffs. Got to give credit to this front office for building a roster without a lot of top picks. Kevin?
Really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Caruch is out there with Prince. And it's Kyrie Irving. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Harris in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Allen. Harden missing his last shot. Allen passes to Irving. Sweet little floater. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Prince's shot is good.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Pass to House. From deep three-point range, Allen with the rebound.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Prince dishes to Irving. For the 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Westbrook feeling it out a bit, and he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And that one drops. Irving's got his second basket.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Now here's Westbrook, a 26-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Second chance shot. Brooklyn with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Here's Harris. Prince up top. Caruch passes to Harris. Clock at 4. Over House. Harris, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Here's Caruch. Lets a floater go. Tries again, and Capella sends it back. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here is Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Right side, Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Brooklyn with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Prince outside. Back to Irving. Outside Prince. To the inside. No good, unable to end this run. Houston in the lead. Harden kicks to Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Boy, how about the elevation on that shot, Kevin? Russell Westbrook draining these and making it look easy.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know, you think back to the history of players in the NBA and who can match up to the intensity of Russell Westbrook. This guy goes full speed, 100% every second he's on the floor, and regardless of how you rate Westbrook, you have got to admire what he brings nightly.
Now here's Irving. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Nets trail by 6. And Doris with Westbrook. That competitive fire and edge he plays with can rub some opponents the wrong way.
It can, Kevin, and to be honest, Russell Westbrook probably wants it exactly that way. He's beloved by so many retired players because to them he brings that old school NBA mentality.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Nets. Prince with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
Irving dishes to Allen. Irving against Westbrook. Irving passes to Harris. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Good on the shot. Caruth just got his second bucket.
Boy, the two-man game ignited by Joe Harris. You have to respect his shot, and that makes him a threat as a passer.
And Westbrook, here we go. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And a deep 3 from Irving. Rebounded by Tucker.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now Westbrook. He's got 7. Harden outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Nets trail by 5. Irving passes to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen outside. Irving kicks to Harris. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Irving against Westbrook. Harden outside. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for Houston. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for... Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. David Mwaba comes in for Taurean Prince. Musa, he's checked in for Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Chance to check out stats for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds, and he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
And there's the pass to Dinwiddie. Fires at the elbow. Unable to get that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Dinwiddie against Rivers to stop the run, and Dinwiddie lays it in.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Harden outside. And it's Harden slamming it down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Temple dishes to Dinwiddie. Goes back up. Chandler with the block.
Well, tremendous instincts and great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Temple. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And McLemore, he's checked in for Houston. Dinwiddie against Rivers. Passes it to Musa. 6 to shoot. Here's Temple. Fires for 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. At the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. DeAndre Jordan third. And, of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season, and his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Temple the pass to Musa. Dinwiddie outside. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Inside, McLemore. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Back to Jordan. Rebounded by Cephalosha. And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 19-point game. Outside Gordon. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. And here's Gordon coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. It's Rivers on the wing. No good with the triple. James Harden getting it done for Houston. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Garrett Temple. He's out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Musa in at the 3 slot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Four on the shot clock. Here's Dinwiddie, and Chandler sends it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Rockets leading by 15. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
You love seeing Austin Rivers play in the pick and roll. Very seldom will he make a mistake orchestrating this look.
Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Rivers with it. Now here is Cephalosha. Now here's McLemore outside. Dinwiddie with the rebound. He dishes it to Temple. Here's Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now Rivers. Pass to Gordon. Lets it fly from 18. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Musa. Chandler with the rebound.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Rivers can't get it to go.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here now is Dinwiddie. His last outing, he had 18 points. Stolen by Rivers. Here's McLemore. Another shot. Rivers can't get it to go. Nets trail by 13. Here's Musa. And the Nets miss again. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Timeout called, the Nets. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Houston also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Cephalosha. Manuel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Rivers. Allen, that's good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Defender in his grill, and Russell says, "Let me shake you off, sir. I've got to score this."
Nets trail by 15. Outside Irving. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. The dish now to Prince. From the arc. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McLemore. Feeds to Chandler. Over Allen. That shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Here's Westbrook, and it's sent back by Allen. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And McLemore kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Chandler, the pass to Westbrook.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And the shot goes in from Caruth.
Well, you love the unselfish nature of Kyrie Irving. He understands it's his job to make the guys around him feel good and find them in their sweet spots.
Here's House. Prince with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 11. Here's Caruth. Allen in the post, guarded by Tucker. In the corner, Irving with it. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's just tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen. Nice and easy.
Here is House. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their careers.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Prince outside. Pass to Karuch. Harris kicks to Prince. The pass to Irving. From down in the low post, it goes. Irving's got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Harden draws the double. And stolen by Irving. Allen inside. Chandler on him. Back to Allen. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Irving against Westbrook. And there it is for him.
Russell Westbrook is an elite talent. He knows how to make tough shots.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Karuch. He's got 6. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just 1 season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project, but boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
Pass to Karuch. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Irving. The 3. Rebound by House. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Pass to Irving. And they get it. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Count that one.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed, look out.
Westbrook with it. He's got 12. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Prince. And another shot. And Allen puts it in. Allen's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
1:57 left in the second quarter. Here's Harden. Connects on the 17-footer. Harden's got 32 points.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
They get a hand on it. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Westbrook. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, the blinding speed of Russell Westbrook to change ends and get to the cup.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. David Nwaba comes in for Taurean Prince. Garrett Temple has checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Rivers. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Good D by Irving. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Will it go? Here's Jordan. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Here's Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 36.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
16 feet away. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Rivers. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Rivers has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Austin Rivers is a natural-born scorer. He is engaged and seeking opportunities.
Now here's Irving. 1 second left. And so it's Houston in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 36 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. When does this guy cool off? I mean, he's been stringing together multiple monster games lately. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
As we've seen, the deceiving quickness of Harden makes him so difficult to guard. He can go from slow to fast in an instant. Can stop on a dime, or he can take you all the way to the rack.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair, they're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward position. Just 5 on the clock. Kept alive, Jordan. Back to Kurucs. And finally they hit one. Kurucs has got 8.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Harden against Prince. The kick out to Westbrook. The three-pointer, no good.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Westbrook up top. He's got 15. And the dunk by Westbrook.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Ball's knocked loose. Here's House. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If you leave someone open around Russell Westbrook, he knows it's his responsibility to find the open guy.
Irving against Westbrook. Now here is Harris. Defense is right there. Over Harden. That one off the back iron and out.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Nets trail by 21. Karuch passes to Irving. Prince misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
They get it back. Tucker dishes to Capella. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Irving looking over the floor. Here's Prince. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Here's Karuch. He's got 8. Jordan inside. Capella covering. And they pick up 2.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
Now the pass to Prince. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, this guy has run this play so many times. DeAndre Jordan understands how to read the defense.
Westbrook drives in and finished off by Westbrook.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Who's watching here?
Prince outside. Here's Karuch to the paint. And again, DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, DeAndre Jordan cooking right now. This guy is so efficient.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Now, here's Capella, guarded by Harris, and stolen by Prince. Here's Karuch. The Rockets pull it in. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. From deep, Harden. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the right side. Here's Karuch. Rebounded by Capella. Houston leading by 15. Here's Harden. The shot, no good. Prince with the defensive effort.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the basket by Harris.
Well, let me show you my floater game. Don't think I'm a long-distance shooter. Joe Harris says I've got more than that in my tool bag.
Now Westbrook. He's got 19. Down low. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Musa comes in for Rodions Kurucs. Garrett Temple is checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The Rockets also changing it up. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Ben McLemore comes in for Danuel House. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
David Nwaba is checked in for Prince. Here's Temple. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Westbrook. Nwaba with the rebound. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Sefolosha. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Got a piece of it. Westbrook against Dinwiddie. And Capella over to help. Dinwiddie kicks to Nwaba. Here's Temple. Here's Allen. They shoot again. Good work defensively by Capella. The Rockets shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And David Nwaba picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, easy call.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
It's stolen. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. The shot from the low post is good. Dinwiddie's got 11.
Well, terrific job by Spencer Dinwiddie to get up the floor. It's a nice way to get an easy bucket.
And Westbrook, here we go. And that one is good. And the Rockets lead by 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Dinwiddie. Good D by Westbrook. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. This is at the Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Nwaba. Over to the wing. Musa. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Musa's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Westbrook against Allen. It's Westbrook with the drive, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The defense just says, let me step back here, Kevin.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Dinwiddie left side. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And the technical free throw is good. You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Tipped away. Dinwiddie outside. No one covering. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now in the quarter. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Here's Prince. And that one, good. Prince has got 15 points.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Rivers. Launches a three. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Nets trail by 19.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
To the middle. Here's Nwaba. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
For Brooklyn, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Seven seconds left to play in the third. Westbrook drives in. Off target.
Well, you can see that the long arms and presence of Jared Allen affected that shot.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Prince out there with Garrett Temple. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Irving at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Allen, that's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Westbrook finds Gordon. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Allen right side. Puts it up from 12. He shoots again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
Joe Harris is checked in for Garrett Temple. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Harden's got 42 in the game.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Dinwiddie against Harden. Allen kicks to Harris. 5 to shoot. Back to Allen. And Capella sends it back. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Tucker dishes to Gordon. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. Dinwiddie against Harden. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Rockets leading by 14. Harden finds Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Of course, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And the shot goes in from Karuch.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Harden scanning the floor. From deep. A nice shot by Tucker.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Nets trail by 15. Irving passes to Karuch. The Nets working the ball around now. Gordon against Harris. Back to Allen. Harris outside. From deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. And yes, it's good. And that's now 18 points for Jared Allen.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
It's Harden with the drive. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pulls up. Harris, no good. Houston leading by 13. To the left wing. To the inside. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Here's Prince. Dishes it to Allen. Here's Karuch. With the second effort. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Harden against Prince, and the call will be against Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, Brooklyn. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. From the corner. Tucker can't get it to go.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Snatched away. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Irving passes to Allen. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden kicks to House. There's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What's incredible to me is Kyrie Irving at 6'3". Does he possess incredible eye-popping athleticism? No. But he can create his own shot anytime he wants, and his finishing ability is as good as it gets in the NBA.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Gordon dishes to Capella.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Nets trail by 14. And here's Irving. And the pass to Karuch. Kicks it to Prince. 5 on the clock. Back to Karuch. Lets it go from deep. Got a piece of it. Gordon inside. Harris is there. Count that bucket. And the Rockets lead by 16.
You know, we see this a lot from Tucker. Scores by overpowering the defender with his tremendous strength.
Harris, bounce pass. Here's Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Irving against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Harris outside. Second chance shot, and Capella sends it back. And it's Houston on the break. House has got the ball. Harden, that's good.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And the Rockets making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. The rebound by the Nets. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, he is tailor-made for the catch-and-shoot game. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Outside Westbrook. They get it back. Capella kicks to House. Another miss by Houston.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ballgame. After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Westbrook passes to Tucker. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gav.
Goes up from the top of the key. Rebounded by Capella.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's an 18-point lead. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need. Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well, just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Caruch passes to Allen.
2 minutes.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jared Allen twice on the pipes.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation. You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. He kicks to House. And the dunk by Capella.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie kicks to Ellenson. From deep, Prince. The Rockets pull it in. Rivers with it. Offline. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, when do you know when to attack and when to lay off, when to pass and when to shoot?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Well, you were on your A game tonight, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the